Sir, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 15, 2025, the officer was dispatched to Texas Southern regarding a male on campus possibly carrying a firearm. The caller provided the name.
All right, guys, here's where things start heating up. The officer's report drops a major twist. A possible firearm on a college campus? That's no small deal. But wait, the defendant says he ran because he was scared. Now, be honest, if you were in his place, would you have stopped or run too? Let me know in the comments.
And dispatch ran through arms and located a recent picture and a trespass notice. The officer observed the defendant walk into the library, immediately walked out accompanied by a second black male, and the officer attempted to detain the defendant, and the defendant ran northbound, ran through an apartment complex. The officer drove through the complex and set up a perimeter and observed the defendant run out of the complex. The officer exited a marked patrol vehicle in full uniform, drew a duty weapon, and ordered the defendant to the ground. The defendant ignored the commands and continued running and was assisted to the ground by the officer. The defendant stated he ran due to being scared. The defendant evaded approximately 0.4 miles.
What was he doing wrong?
So there was a report of a possible firearm on campus, and the caller provided the name, and he was attempting to investigate that, and he was just trying to detain him to
They
investigate.
give the description of him.
They just gave the name, and then they
A name
ran
of
that
the-
through arms, and they found a picture of that person.
So the caller gave the name of Mr. Newman.
Yes, Judge. Gave Mr. Newman's name. The officer ran that name and found a picture, and then observed him leaving the library and attempted to detain him.
Yes.
And then he ran.
There was also a current trespass notice for the defendant as well.
Yes, Judge.
From TSU.
From the arms or TSU.
Yes, Judge. They found for TSU through arms.
Mr. Newman, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Let's do this. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today because there's several things that we need to look at. So do you mind reaching out to the MAC for Mr. Newman? Mr. Newman, assuming we go forward with the case, you're not to be in possession of any weapon.
And here's a critical moment. The judge gives a clear, powerful warning. No weapons, no second chances. He's not being harsh. He's protecting the community. You can feel how serious his tone gets. What do you think? Is this firm justice or overreaction? Tell me below.
Do you understand? I'm making that a condition of your bond.
Yes, sir.
If I find that you have any weapons, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm going to put you in jail. Just all I want is my community to be safe. I'm not asking for much. You understand? Okay. I'm going to have you sign a reset Victoria, then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box, sir. Okay? So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. You need to understand, sir, that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. When you plead guilty, you give up the right to appeal, meaning that you can never change this. Do you understand?
Yes, yes.
You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. Do you understand these rights that you're giving up?
Yes.
You also need to understand that there are no more proverbial slaps on the wrist. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up in here. And if you're not in this country with permission, you do anything short of more than 6 hours, you will get an ICE detainer. So if I were you, I would never, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, get into a car and drive. Do you understand?
Yes, I
How do you plead
understand.
to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will sentence you to 3 days in jail, give you credit for the 2. I'm going to suspend your ability to drive for 90 days. Do not drive, otherwise you're going to be right back over here, sir. What does your client do for a living, sir? What does your client do for a living?
He's carpentry work, labor work, the framing, that kind of thing. Home framing.
I'm asking this because there is a DPS surcharge that they usually tack on for around $3,000. I will waive this fee for you now, but I'm telling you on a DWI second, it's around a $6,000 surcharge on a DWI second. So get a clue. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You're allowed to make a mistake, but when you continue to make mistakes where you endanger other people's lives, there are serious consequences. Good luck, sir.
All right, wait.
All right,
Well, then, there's a portable device, Judge, that you've been.
we'll take it off.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, please declare. Yeah. It looks like you were charged with 2 cases. You were charged with criminal trespass. You're also charged with criminal mischief. On both of those, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 48 days in jail with credit for the 16 that you've done on the criminal trespass. They're dismissing the other case.
Yes, Your Honor. Time served on the criminal trespass and dismissing criminal mischief.
Is this how you understand it, sir?
Yes.
You need to understand also that this charge will go on your record. You're now facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. Like I said, you give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, it stays on your record. Is this what you want to do?
I believe so.
How do you plead? How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty.
I please.
All right, I'm going to find you guilty. I'll follow the agreement. Good luck to you, sir.
What about the enhancement?
Abandonment.
Yeah.
Or wait a second, is it listed as,
It's listed as.
okay, hold on, hold on.
Yes.
He's got to. Is it true or, come up, Mr. LZ. Is it true or untrue that you had a prior terroristic threat, sir?
Now this is wild. The judge brings up an old terroristic threat case, and suddenly the defendant doesn't remember. Is he truly confused or trying to play it off? You can feel the courtroom's energy shift here. If you were the judge, how would you handle this? Comment your verdict below.
I'm on my medication. So I missed my medication. I have trouble getting my medication. I was just,
Did you have a prior terroristic threat in the past? It looks like from August of this past year with us.
I don't remember any terroristic threat towards you. You guys or?
No, just in general.
You had a case in this court that you took 57 days time on, and that was August 20th of 2024. Do you remember taking that plea bargain?
I believe I was in court before, but,
That's all we need to know. That's it. Okay, all right. Thank you.